Hey guys, welcome back to High Yield Intraday Trading. I hope every one of you is doing good. So before we start discussing today's topic, let me request you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button here. Once you click on it, you will get the confirmation on the left bottom corner. Post you subscribe to my channel, also make sure to press the bell icon and click on all. You will get the confirmation on the left bottom corner so that whenever I upload a video, you get the notification about the same without any misses. Also, I would request you all to subscribe to my Telegram channel with the name HYIT Intraday Calls because I share a lot of things over there and it might be helpful to you in some way or the other. All right, so before we start with today's discussion, please allow me to mention about an offer that will reduce your capital requirements for trading various segments like the NSE futures and the MCX futures. Okay, talking about the NSE futures, you can trade contracts like Nifty, Bank Nifty, SGX Nifty, etc. with just 6,000 rupees for one lot, whereas in MCX you can trade one lot of crude oil, copper, natural gas, etc. for just 4,000 to 6,000 rupees. Okay, for gold and silver, it will cost you around 10,000 rupees per lot. And not only this, you will be happily surprised when you get to know the other features that are being offered. I can't give you all the details here as there are many, but I will surely share all the details post you get in touch with me. In today's scenario, if you want to trade one lot of crude oil, you need to have a minimum of 1.6 lakhs as your capital, that is 1 lakh 60,000. Similarly, for Nifty, for just one lot, you need to have at least 1 lakh as your capital. Now replace 1.6 lakhs with 4,000 to 6,000 rupees and 1 lakh with 6,000 rupees. It does make a lot of difference to a retail trader like you and me, right? So that's the help I want to extend or offer. And if you are interested, then you can get in touch with me on the details that are being shown on the screen and we can take it forward. All right, so it's been a while since I last posted a video on YouTube. Actually, to be frank, I lost interest in posting the videos because what I have realized and experienced in real time is that people are more interested in minting money and not in learning the stuffs that will actually help them in minting that money. I completely understand that money is very important, but at the same time, you should also understand that unless and until you have a solid learning in place that is well tested and well understood and well implemented, it is impossible for anyone to make money in the stock markets. Okay, so basically, I'm returning by considering the people who are genuinely interested in learning, and I will try my best to provide some valuable content going ahead. So, having that said, I hope every one of you would be doing great in your respective spaces. So, today we will cover the Bank Nifty call that I gave in the morning hours in my premium Telegram channel, and of course, we made some decent amount of money in that particular trade. Okay, so let's jump to the charts directly without wasting any further time. Okay, so the platform that you see on the screen is called as TradingView. I use this platform to do my technical analysis. On the right hand side, you see the crude thing flashing. Please allow me to have it there because I'm in a trade in crude oil right now. So I will get some hints out of this. So please allow me to have it there. And on the left hand side, as you can see, we have the chart that you see is the Bank Nifty futures chart, and the time frame that we are going to follow is a 5 minutes time frame. Okay, now before I start explaining the stuffs, I would like to tell you something. Okay, now when it comes to day trading and or intraday trading, as we say, make sure that whenever you are taking up a trade, that trade should be backed up by a solid reasoning. Okay, there has to be a logical approach behind your trade. It should not be the case that you listen to somebody or you listen to your gut feeling or you feel that the trade is going to, I mean, the bank nifty is going to go down or go up. Based on that, you initiate a trade. No, if you do so, that is not trading. That would be called as gambling. Okay, so make sure that whenever you initiate a trade, there has to be a solid logical reasoning behind it. Having that said, the reason why we are using the 5 minutes time frame is because when it comes to day trading, there are only four time frames that work perfectly fine: 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and 30 minutes. Forget about the 20 minutes and 30 minutes because that is for the people who are very patient. Okay. And as all of us know, we are not, most of the people are not patient. I'm very patient. Okay. So most of the people, what I have seen, they lose patience. Okay. So forget about the 20 minutes and 30 minutes time frame. We will stick back to the 5 minutes time frame to explain the stuffs in this particular video. Okay. And you can use the same for your trades as well. Okay. Now, why are we using the 5 minutes time frame? The reason is, when it comes to day trading, we look out for an we look out for an even ground among the hiccups that are happening in the market. Okay, so we need a shorter time frame so that we react to the movement of the market. That is why we are using a 5 minutes time frame, and also, of course, for the reason that it has been proven by multiple experts, by multiple intraday traders, that 5 minutes is a very good time frame to trade in intraday trading. Okay, that is point number one. Now, point number two: what are the technicals that we are going to use in order to take up a trade in Bank Nifty? Okay, now in this setup, we are going to use just one technical, just one indicator, which is called as the standard pivot point. Okay, the thing that you see on the bottom of the screen, that is an oscillator, but that is a quite complicated thing. But once you understand how it works, it's magical. Okay, but to be frank, I would need some time to have that explained to you, and then you would need some time to understand that particular thing and then implement on your charts, then do the back testing, and all those things have to be done. So let's avoid it as of now. Maybe I will go ahead and make another video wherein we will combine the pivot points along with this particular oscillator, and I will explain the stuffs. Okay, but let's do it later. Okay, as of now, we will concentrate only on the standard pivot point. Okay, so for the guys who are using TradingView, how do you plot the pivot points on the chart? Is you go to indicators and you scroll down and you see the pivot points standard here. You click on it and the pivot points indicator will get plotted on the chart. Okay, and then you can modify it, you can thicken the lines, you can change the color of the lines and all those stuffs according to your convenience. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Okay, now getting on to the next thing, what are we going to trade? Is it a buy trade that we are going to take, or is it a sell trade that we are going to take? What trade are we going to trade? Okay, strictly whatever I'm going to explain in this video will hold good for the sell trades only, for the short trades only. We are not going to go long. We are not going to take up any buy trades. I hope that is clear. Okay, and you have to stick back to this rule. Okay, we are going to take only the sell trades in Bank Nifty. Okay, that is another rule that you need to follow. Okay, now getting on to the chart here. Now, why am I using a pivot point? Okay, because pivot points are the indicators which are being respected throughout, okay, globally, and this is one of the strongest indicators that we have in the market. Okay, so basically we use the pivot points to know where a particular stock might face a resistance or where a particular stock might face a might get a support. Now, as I said, in this particular setup, when we are trading Bank Nifty, we will take only sell trades. So what is the thing that we should be looking for? Should we be looking for a resistance or should we be looking for a support? The answer is we should be looking out for a resistance. Okay. Now, when we say resistance, what exactly do we mean? Let's say, for example, a stock is moving up. Okay. So let's say a stock is moving up like this. Okay. And let's say we have a line here and the stock is not able to breach that line, and as a result of which it started moving down. Okay, so this line that you see here is a resistance, and this is exactly what is happening on the chart right now. Okay, let me delete that. So the market started, okay, and where is the, now since we are interested in taking a sell trade, we have to see what is the point where bank nifty is facing a resistance, right? So what is the first resistance that we see here? That is this one, right? And this candle, the green candle that you see, clearly it did not respect that resistance, as a result of which it breached that resistance and started moving up, which tells you that bank nifty is in a mood to go up further. So as an intraday trader, what do you do now? You wait for the next resistance. So where is the next resistance? Very clearly it is at R1. This is the line, right? This is the line which is the next resistance. So you need to wait for bank nifty to get very near to that resistance, or it might also hit or touch that resistance. So here in this example, okay, let me go ahead and increase the size of the candlestick so that it's more clearer. Yeah, I hope this should be good. Let me delete these things. Okay, so what I was saying was this is the next resistance. So the first resistance was this, which was not respected, and bank nifty breached it and moved up. So we have to wait for the next resistance, and this is the next resistance. Okay, now when I say that you have to wait for the next resistance, it is not mandatory that bank nifty should actually touch this resistance. Okay, as you can see here, is bank nifty touching this resistance? No, it is not touching, it is below it. So that is also a perfect setup. Okay, so you have to just make sure that it is approaching that resistance and it is very close to the next resistance. Okay, so when it goes to the next resistance, and when you see that the resistance is not allowing the bank nifty prices to go up further, and the bank nifty has started falling again, that is the time when you initiate the sell trade. Okay, now let me mention this. There is a concept in trading called as mean reversion. Okay, I will not go deep inside it. I don't even remember whether I have made a video on that or not. But mean reversion, in simple terms, means that whenever a stock goes up, it is mandatory for it to get back to a mean point, to a common point. Okay, so I work or I trade on that very concept. Okay, now back to the explanation here. So very clearly, you see that this candle, right? This candle is facing a resistance, and then you start getting the red candles, which tells you that the prices might fall from here. So what will be your entry point? When will you initiate the sell trade? You will initiate the sell trade at the low of this green candle. It's here. I hope this is clear. When the low of this green candle is breached by this red candle, that is where you initiate your sell trade. So what is the price at that point? Let's see the price approximately. It is 51,480, let's say. So our aim will be around 100 points. Okay, it might be 100, it might be 120, or it might be 150 as well. Okay, but the minimum that we can target is around 100 points. Okay, so our entry, let's say for example, the sell trade was initiated at 51,480. So we expect to book our profits at 51,380. So what is the low of this candle? It is 51,341. Okay, which is nothing but a 140 rupees move. Okay, but again, don't be greedy. Okay, you cannot be greedy when you are trading. If you are aiming for 100 points, book your profits at 100 points. So where will the 100 point here? So 51,480, 51,380. Let me Oh, where is the pencil? Yeah, 51,380 will be somewhere here, right? So book your profits here without any second thoughts. Okay, if you're looking for 100 points, book your profits at 100 points, irrespective whether it falls further or not. As you can see here, it came down, and this pivot point is working as a support. So it took the support, went up again, and then boom, down again. And after that, for the entire day, it kept moving down. But does that mean that we should hold on to the trade? The answer is no. Please remember, guys, if you are into trading, consistency is what is important. Greediness, fear, all these things should not come in picture. Okay, so as an intraday trader, if you have a target of 100 points and when the target is met, you just wrap up your trade and you are done for the day. It doesn't matter whether after you book your profit it went down for another 400, 500 points or not. You should not be bothered about it. As simple as that. Hope that is clear. Okay, now one more rule here. That rule is, you will trade bank nifty only in the first chance, right? What I mean is, so this was the first trade of the day, right? Just a moment, let me delete this and let me mark this. So this place was the first chance where you got the opportunity to initiate a sell trade, and this is the first chance of the day. Now, did we get any chance uh, in the time to come, in the next hours of the day? Of course we got the chance. Where did we got the chance? Here, very clearly. Here also, bank nifty is facing a resistance at the pivot line, and as a result of which it fell. Now the question is, will you trade this opportunity as well? The answer is no. That is what my rule is. You always trade the first opportunity of the day. After that is done, you do not touch any next opportunity, irrespective of the fact whether Bank Nifty gives you hundreds of opportunities after that. You are not trading it. And if you miss this first opportunity, let it go for the day. Okay, you need to have a self control as a trader. Okay, you are not a simple guy. Okay, when you trade, there are a lot of things going on in your mind. Your every plan, your every strategy has the chance of failing. Among all those odds, if you are still making money, then be proud of yourself. Okay, I hope that is clear. Let me not get into the gyan stuffs and all. So the rule is very simple. You have to trade the first opportunity of the day, and after that, if you see many other opportunities coming in, you don't care about them, you don't trade them. And the second part is, if you miss the first opportunity of the day, let the day go by, trade the next day. As simple as that. Okay, so that was for today, right? Today is 11th of September 2024. So this was the trade for the day. Now if we move on, let me take another example of yesterday. Okay, now yesterday was a bit tricky. Now please remember, guys, that uh, let me also mention that this video might be quite long, so please do not skip the portions of the video, because I am mentioning some very important points as to how to do the technical analysis. If you miss them, you miss the trade and the trades will surely fail. Okay, so please do not skip my words and listen every bit of it. Okay, now let's explain about the 10th September trade. Okay, now what is the difference that you see in 10th September and 11th September, guys? If I make it a bit smaller, what is the difference that you see in the pivot points? The difference is, for today the pivot points were quite closer, but for yesterday the pivot points, the gap between the pivot points are really huge. They're so huge that the entire day was covered up within just two pivot points, right? Now, how to handle this? How to take up a trade using the fundamentals or using the things that I have just told before some time. So, 10th September, 2024. The market started, and we are waiting for Bank Nifty to get a resistance, to face a resistance. Okay, so that is what we are waiting for. Now, what do you see on the charts? What you see on the charts is since we have the pivot line here and another pivot line here, we really don't have any scope of Bank Nifty getting the resistance. In such cases, okay, in such cases, wherever the gap between the two pivot lines are really huge, you have to take or draw a line at the middle of those two pivot points. Okay, so what would be the middle of these two pivot points? Somewhere here, right? So you can consider this to be a resistance line. Simple, right? Because if you don't bring in a resistance between these two lines, you will not get an opportunity for the entire day to trade Bank Nifty. Okay, so whenever you see that the gap between the pivot lines are big, bring in a line in between those pivot points, which is exactly in between, and consider that to be a resistance line. Okay, so what happened here yesterday? The market started, right? And when is the first place where you see that Bank Nifty was facing a resistance? Very clearly, it is at this point, right? Where did it go? And it is at this very point, right? It came down first. We cannot initiate any trade here because it is not getting any resistance at all. It just started falling, right? So you never try to catch a falling knife. It's dangerous, right? So let it fall. It fell, then it started moving up. Now, when it started moving up, that is the point or that is the time when you observe the chart and see where is it getting the resistance. So when it reached the yellow line, did it face a resistance? Of course, it faced a resistance, right? And when do you initiate a trade? Which candle is the candle which actually is facing the resistance? This green candle and this red candle. Where will you initiate your trade? When the low of this candle is breached. This is the point where you will initiate your sell trade. Again, what is the target? The target is around 100 points. So let's see whether it is covering 100 points or not. So let's say, for example, the low of this candle is around 51 287. Let's consider as 51 290. So we are expecting Bank Nifty to be falling till 51 180. Sorry, 190 maybe. Yeah. So did it fall till 51 190? It fell till 51 195, which is around 95 points move. Not bad, I would say. Again, please remember, guys, that when I say 100, it need not be exactly 100. You need to be flexible when you're trading. Okay, if you see that it is going to the 95 point and after that it is not falling, then book your profits at 95 points or even at 90 points. What is the big deal, right? So please make sure that that flexibility factor is incorporated within you if you are a day trader. Very simple, right? So this was the first opportunity of the day and we took a sell trade and we made a good 90 to 95 points. Okay. After that, do you see any other uh, opportunity coming in? No opportunities at all. Okay. Here also it did not face any resistance. It breached the resistance and kept moving up. And even if you would have got an opportunity here, we have to follow the rules and we will not trade that because according to the rules, we trade only the first opportunity of the day, which is here. Clear? So that was about
10th September. Shall we discuss more? Let's take one more day. Okay, let's take one more day. And here it's a beautiful formation. Again, the gap between the two pivot lines are huge. So if you want, you can surely go ahead and draw a line between that is exactly at the middle of those two pivot points here. And where do you see the resistance happening, guys? The first opportunity of the day, undoubtedly, it is here. Just a moment. This is here, the first opportunity, right? So, where will you take your trade? Where will you initiate your trade? You initiate your trade when the low of this candle is breached. You initiate the trade here. So, what is the price? Approximate price is around 50,950. So we are aiming for a 100 rupees move. So we want to book our profits at 50,850. So did it come down to 50,850? 50,850 is where? Just a moment. 50,850 is somewhere here, here, somewhere here. Let me bring in the pencil again. Somewhere here. So target met, isn't it? A 100 rupees move is being caught by a day trader. As simple as that. Okay, if you ask me about the stop losses, I'm sorry I missed it. If you ask me about the stop losses, you can consider a stop loss of around 150 points max. Whatever is your entry point, okay, since we are into only sell trades, whenever you initiate a sell trade, at whatever price point you are initiating your sell trade, have the stop loss 150 points above it. And we target for around 100 to 120 to 150 points. Simple. If you talk about price action here, another very big hint that we are getting is this resistance level, right? So it is making, it is trying to breach twice here, right? But still it is not able to breach and finally it fell. So that again gives a strong signal that Bank Nifty will fall. I hope it is making sense to you guys. I mean, if it is not making sense to you, take some time, revisit the video, listen to what I'm saying, because the more you trade, the more things you will know. The things that I'm telling in this video are nothing. You will face a lot of more things when you actually trade in real time. And make sure that you make it a practice that at the end of the day, whether you make a profit or a loss, you get back to the charts and see what exactly happened. Why did you face the why did you made why did you make the profit, or why did you make the loss? It is very important. Okay, the end of the day analysis is very important. Okay, so start trading Bank Nifty using pivot point standard, guys, and I guarantee you that you will make money. Okay, every single day you will make money. You see me making money in Bank Nifty, in crude oil, and in natural gas every single day, right? I mean, within a month, a max of 2 to 3 stop losses might be getting hit. Okay, out of 20 days, 2 to 3 days the stop loss will get hit, but for the rest of the 16 to 17 trading sessions, we are in profits. And your profits depend on how many lots you're trading with. If you are somebody who is really new, trade with low number of lots. And if you're experienced, you know what to do. Okay, so I hope this gives you some sense of taking up a trade and what all things that needs to be checked when you take up a trade, and how to control your emotions. What is the point where you should come out of the trade? What is the stop loss? How to make the entry? What is your entry point? And how many number of trades you should take up in a particular day? All those things, I hope you're clear on that. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. And just to reiterate the stuff, I have always believed in creating a space where the learners can grow and we all can make money together. And that is the whole reason why I'm giving the natural gas calls almost for free every single day in my public Telegram channel, right? So I know that's a big thing to state, but believe me on this, I have many examples with me of guys who have lost everything in trading but rebounded back because of the right learnings. No matter from whom you learn or from where you learn, you need to make sure that the learnings are right. Okay, and please note that this word right learnings embeds a lot of things within it. Okay, so I really hope that you all should also be like that. And for the guys who have not watched my previous video, I have put in the video card on the top right corner of this video, the eye symbol that you see there. You can click on it and watch my previous video. And as always, would request you all to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, please do not miss the ending of this video, as you will get to know some more details about HYIT that might be helpful to you in some way or the other. And please feel free to ask your questions or queries, if any, in the comment section, and I will surely reply back to them. And also, please do not forget to like this video if you liked it. Okay, so that's all from my end, and I will see you all later. Hope you all will stick back. Happy trading and take care of yourselves. Bye bye.